Did you know that many young Americans that bought a house during the pandemic are gearing up to sell their house in 2025? That's right. According to this fascinating report by Realtor.com, this new trend could affect the housing market in the coming years big time. But why is this happening? What does this mean for buyers, sellers, even people in the real estate industry? You might want to stick around because I'm going to jump into it. We're going to find out. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a real estate investor, a trade-up buyer that some of these people are talking about being, right? Or you're just curious, maybe you're renting, maybe you own, you're just curious, what is going on in the market? What are the changes that are going to happen in 2025, especially around this topic where people own these homes, they're locked in on interest rates, maybe they're locked in on a home that's too small, maybe they're locked in on a home they can't afford, maybe they're locked in an investment property that they don't want anymore. Hopefully by the end, you'll have more confidence to what exactly is going to happen in 2025 so you know how to make your moves and plan accordingly. During the pandemic, we saw a housing market like we've never seen before. Mortgage rates hit an all-time low, inventory hit an all-time low, and many young buyers came off the sidelines and bought their first home. For some, it was a dream come true, and for others, it was more of a rush decision based out of fear of missing out. FOMO. So when we fast forward to today and moving into 2025, the market's shifting, the market's changing, rates are up, inventory starting to rise. We have a new administration coming in. Fast forward to today and the market is changing rapidly. Oh, hey there. My name is Kenny Simpson. If you and I have not met, well, nice to meet you. I'm a mortgage broker by choice. I've been in the business 20 years, helped over 5,000 plus clients, funded $1 billion of loans. And so that is the person you're listening to. And if you're wondering why I shoot these videos and why you're listening to me, is because I decided many years ago to be one of the bigger content creators in the mortgage space, in the real estate space. And so what I do is I basically try to educate folks like you watching this video, whether you're a first-time home buyer, real estate investor, or somebody that is just curious, what is going on in the real estate market today? What does all this crazy news mean out there? And how does it pertain or how does it affect the real estate market? Well, that's the type of content I put out. So thank you for watching. And if you ever want to contact me, below in the description has all my contact information. But besides that, let's get back to the video. These pandemic era buyers are now finding themselves in a new predicament, a new market. Now that home prices have stabilized, insurance costs gone up, maybe where you are, your taxes have gone up, maybe you had to do maintenance on your home, maybe you realized this wasn't the home you wanted or it was too small. So a lot of buyers now are going through this whole conversation about what is the next step, what is the next plan, and what are they going to do coming 2025 and years beyond. So does that mean with all of this pent up demand where people feel like they cannot move because interest rates are sky high, is 2025 the year where that's going to break loose, where people are going to go ahead and you're going to see a flood of renters come out the market and finally buy? You're going to see a flood of sellers come to the market and start to sell to move up or get out of that condo's too small or get out of that house they bought that's way too far out of town, they need to move back in. So what challenges could this bring? What if interest rates drop? What if more sellers sell their home? What if even more buyers come off the sideline and want to buy? What does that mean for the market? How can this really affect things? Let's jump into the facts. So depending on where you live in the country, if everybody decides to sell their home at once, you're seeing it in places like Austin or Florida, where there's a lot more inventory and a lot less buyers. So you're starting to see that market correct 10, 15, even 20%. I'm hearing people having to sell their house, discount their house just to get it sold because they're just not enough buyers and there's too many sellers. What about the financial pressure of owning a home? Now that people are coming out of the pandemic, maybe some employers are letting people go, maybe they're overstaffed, maybe they're losing their jobs, maybe they're realizing this house is just way too much to keep up with the taxes, the maintenance, the insurance, the whole thing, and they want to get out. Then you're going to have more market competition coming into these years, right? For example, if you want to list your home, if you wait, there could be 4 other people listing a home with the same type of home, the same type of design, finish, new, old, whatever it is. So how are you going to stand out in the market if you sell your house? Our realtor's going to have to work that much more. So you're dealing with market competition all over the place to attract that buyer so they'll buy your house over your neighbor's house. Then also, what about a shift in buyers, right? As we move into the future here, there's renters that are going to come off the sideline and have not bought. They're going to be competition for trade-up buyers. There's going to be maybe our moms and dads or grandma and grandpas moving around the country, maybe making a move. There's also going to be real estate investors that want to get back into the market and buy stuff. So there's always that other risk of waiting for rates to come down where you're going to have more competition, more people off the sidelines, but hopefully there'll be more inventory. But if there's not in certain places, you will just have a tougher time standing out as a buyer, standing out as a seller, and trying to make moves in this market and beyond. So how can you prepare? If you're a buyer, if you're a seller, what are some of the tips and tricks you can do, right? How can you stand out? How can you get your offer accepted? These are some of the things that everybody wants to know. So if you're a seller, what are some of the things you can do? Well, number one is start planning. Waiting to the last minute is the worst thing. So if you're watching this video right now and you're like, hey, I want to sell my home in the upcoming spring, which is a lot of people, you should go ahead and start meeting with a realtor right now. Make sure you're meeting with a market expert, somebody that has the track record, they have the reviews, they know what they're doing, they have the presence, right? And that person would come into your house. They would start saying, hey, we need to declutter here. We should talk about fixing up this here. You want a potential buyer to come into your house, feel like, oh my gosh, you got them, you hit them right where it counts emotionally, but also is maybe they're coming in saying, hey, I can come in, I can move my furniture in, I can hang the pictures up, and we can just get the loan and call it home and have to do minimal stuff, right? So you want to have your house presentable, light, bright, right? All that stuff that you hear on the internet from your agent. That's why you want to make sure you team up with the right agent. Also too, is that when you bring an experienced agent in, they will tell you about what is popular for the neighborhood. What are buyers looking for, right? What type of finishes, what type of, where's the data? What do you think you can sell for? How long is it going to take to sell? Should we list a little bit earlier? Should we wait till later? All these things matter. So you want to start planning now. You want to start considering what are the small things you can do. And also you want to get with that real estate agent sooner than later to make sure you have a competitive advantage over the rest of the market. And then look, last but not least, if you're looking to buy another home, make sure you start getting with your lender as well. So it looks like, hey, you're going to sell, you're going to make this much money. And can I get pre-approved for my next purchase, whether it's a purchase that we're going up in price or purchase or going down? It's always good to be prepared when it comes to buying and selling homes. Never wait till last minute. Waiting till last minute makes you cut corners. It could basically, you could lose money, and you could also pick the wrong team or make knee-jerk reactions, which could put you in a bad financial position, you and your family. For buyers, when you're entering this market and it's changing, what can you do? Number one, stay informed, right? Get on those active listings if you have an agent you're working with. If not, go find the agent. Tell them hey, I want to know every listing in my neighborhood or what I'm looking for that comes up, just so you can see it. So you can see what the data's showing. What is it listing for? What did it sell for, right? Number two, stay in tune to the market, the economy, what is going on. So watch people like me, right, on YouTube or Instagram. You should be following what's going on in the market, what's going on with the interest rates, right? Inventory, how's the overall economy? So find somebody that can break it all down and give you that information and how it can affect, for the positive or negative, the real estate market. Second thing you could do, right, if you're a buyer, is getting pre-approved now, not waiting. How's your credit? How's your job? How's your living history, right? Do you have enough money for the down payment? Are you getting a gift? Do you have the reserves? Whatever it may be, get it all done. Get ready to go. So when you make a move and you're going to buy a home, right, you don't have to worry about all these steps. You've got your agent, you've got your lender. Go get your insurance broker, right? Your agent should be able to find you a homeowner and somebody to come out and do the inspection for your house, right? All these things matter. So teamwork makes the dream work. So getting your team together and making sure you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's is super important. So when you're going to go write that quick offer, 10-day, 15-day, 21-day close, and remove those contingency quickly, you're doing that out of confidence. You know your team's got your back. You've already been over this. You're already pre-approved, and you are ready to submit that loan, get into escrow, right? Remove contingencies and close quickly. Last but not least for buyers is, be ready to be patient, right? That listing might not will come up what you want. Somebody might overbid you or overpay for a house. You're like, that's crazy. I'm not going to do that. So make sure you're willing to be patient. So be prepared, but be patient. And when it's time to strike, you want to be ready to strike and execute, put that offer in. And like I said, make sure you're working with the right team, because they can get your offer accepted and get you over the finish line and get you to that home in 2025. And if you're realtors and if you're real estate investors, what I'll tell everybody that I'm in my business. I'm in the loan business, obviously, but I'm also in the content business. I'm here shooting content. So what do I do as a loan officer? If you're a realtor, if you're an investor, if you're even anybody seeing this island, even if you own a home and you know what's going on, stay in tune to the market. Stay updated on the data, the facts, and all that. And if you don't want to go do the work and the homework to look at it all, then you watch people like me that just break it down. And if you want to know what's going on day over day, week over week, that's why you can tune in to like my social media channel right here, or you can sign up for my email, which you might have got right now. Or if you found this video on YouTube, that's one thing, but you should be signed up for my email, for the blogs, in the weekly emails, and also subscribe, to the YouTube channel, to the Instagram channel. Find the people out there that you resonate with, that are good on the data, whether you're a realtor, investor. Stay tuned. Market dynamics, what's going on with rates, what's going on with inventory, what are people doing out there to make deals. For example, here in California, a lot of the people are doing is, they're adding ADUs to properties. That's one of the big things. That's a moneymaker now. So you want to know what is going on in the market, what moves are being made, who's making money, and where the deal is coming from if you're an investor, right? So what is the big takeaway from this article with Realtor.com? Younger Americans who bought a home in the pandemic, right? That maybe had a kid, had 2 kids, bought the condo, bought the house way too far out, whatever it is, they potentially could be the biggest seller in 2025 and beyond. So whether you're buying, selling, or sitting or watching on the sidelines, understanding all these trends we talked about above can help you make smarter decisions and stay ahead of the curve. And at the end of the day, the biggest thing I always tell my clients in real estate, when you're buying, when you're selling, when you're making decisions, is you want to make decisions based out of confidence. And confidence comes from what? If you own your job, if you're a great parent, if you have a sport you love, you are confident about making decisions, hitting that ball, right? Helping out your kids, parenting, doing your job, whatever it is, because you have experience, you have the education, you have the facts, and that's what you got to keep doing. So stay tuned to the market, stay tuned to what's going on. And obviously, if interest rates drop in 2025, it's going to be a big time for people to take advantage of to refi. It's going to be a big time for people to get out from renting and buying. And also those people that are stuck in homes that need to move up or move out, it's going to be a big time for them to make the move in 2025. If you found this video helpful, please do me a favor, share this with somebody, also subscribe so you get alerted. Hit that notification when new videos come out like this, as we release new videos weekly on my channel. And also, I always love to hear your thoughts. So if you want to connect with me, please do so. Comment below anything you might want to know, or any other videos you'd like me to see. And look, if you need to get pre-qualified, you're looking to refi, you want me to look over a loan estimate, any questions like that, if you're an active real estate investor, maybe you read my bio and realize Kenny works with tons of real estate investors. I'm one myself. I always love to connect. Please reach out. Me and my team are here to support you, answer any questions, and offer and provide the best rates, best technology, and best service in the mortgage industry. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.